here? All right. Go ahead.
Hi, here we are.
Hello.
We're already on the air. Oh my God,
Yay!
what's happening? It's episode number 2 here of our fast food podcast. What's your name?
SaraBelle.
Yes,
SaraBelle.
SaraBelle is her name. Sebastian is my name, and we are here to talk about fast food, junk food, and all the. This is our welcome to our lovely set here in our highly spacious studios.
Yes.
What we're going to talk about today is actually kind of an interesting. I like this idea as far as talking about fast food. Test markets.
Yes.
Where they test the things that they bring us in our fast food restaurants.
Right.
We're going to have our beverage. That's how we'd like to get started.
We're
is
having
with a lovely beverage.
You cracked yours again.
Before we went on the air, I keep thinking that's what I want to do is actually open it on the air. Yeah. And we end up taking so long to prepare that I forget. What is it you have here?
I got a lovely Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse Steamboat Willie. Look at that. How adorable.
Steamboat Willie.
Because it goes with my arm.
And is that double hulled plastic I see?
Yeah, it's
for insulation?
It's the insulation.
Okay.
And I figured it would be easier to straw myself than to constantly open, close, open, close.
I see.
Yes, because I am the drinkable. I drink. I like to drink. I like to drink.
Yes.
But not alcohol.
No, I mean, I love to drink soda all of the time. Like, I mean, you almost never see me without a soda. And it's almost always Mountain Dew if it's up to me. When I was in Mexico, that was an interesting sort of conundrum, because when I was in Mexico, they have the original yellow Mountain Dew available. You can get that. It's imported. I think it's kind of expensive. You can get cherry Coke. Oh my God. We're having earthquakes over here.
Oh my God.
You've had a collapse of your brand new Mickey cup right on live on the air. This does not bode well for the maker. Who made this? Is this a Disney product or not?
It's not a Disney product, I don't think. Okay, so I wasn't being able to see.
I was thinking you could have a lawsuit.
Put that back in. I think it's Disney licensed, but not necessarily Disney produced.
Disney licensed to some stupid
Taiwanese,
cheap shit company in Taiwan.
Yes. Okay, we're trying this again.
But I do like the double, the installation. I have a tea thing that is a double-hulled glass tea infuser, and it's I got it from Tivana, which is a pretty expensive tea store.
We were in there today.
Yeah, I like that store. They have some pretty interesting ways of making tea. Okay, testing is the topic for the day. Our drinks of the day. You're drinking the same thing you were drinking last time.
The same thing I was drinking last time, which is what? Is the Walmart fizzy Clear America strawberry. Okay, and as we said, we established that's essentially not vitamin water. Not vitamin water, no. Kind of diet sweetened beverage. Yes.
And talking about test markets. Now, what do you know about test markets?
I knew from a very young age that Tucson was a test market. And what they were doing is they were releasing products in our little valley. Because Tucson is very much a valley. It's a little bowl. Yeah. And if it sold well here, because we had a good cross demographic of Anglo and Hispanic and everything else, that would probably sell well across the rest of the country.
For sure.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is I've heard that a lot here as well, and that's why occasionally you'd see bizarre things pop up at a restaurant that you're like, what the hell? When did McDonald's get pizza? Or when did they start doing mixed spaghetti? It's like, what? Sometimes you really get surprised, and that's kind of one of the things about living in southern Arizona in particular. I think there are other cities as well.
There are other cities. I know I've heard some of maybe Ohio someplace. I'm not sure, but it's all across the country, and they usually try to get it where there's a demographic, a cross section of not just Anglo, but other different...
Columbus, Ohio, it looks like. I'm looking at this article on crack.com. Ohio and California also. Your local McDonald's won't get the Cool Ranch Bacon McRib unless a few random citizens in Columbus, Ohio give it the thumbs up.
Well, I remember there was one in Taco Bell.
That kind of sounds good to me. I kind of like the sound of that, actually. Cool Ranch Bacon McRib. Oh, my God, yes.
Taco Bell had one before they came out with the breakfast waffle. It was a...
Taco Bell's breakfast waffle. Okay, go on.
It was a seaside community that Taco Bell was testing the waffle taco, breakfast waffle taco. And that's what it was.
Have you had the waffle taco?
I have had the waffle taco.
You have?
I have.
Okay, what is it? Tell me about it. I have a million questions.
A frozen waffle.
Frozen waffle. Like an Eggo waffle?
Square.
Square.
Square. I
not
don't
like
know
an
why.
Eggo. Okay.
No.
Well, I mean,
but like an Eggo waffle.
Belgian waffle. You know, Belgian waffles are square.
Yeah.
Are they small or big?
Yeah. Folded in half, it was smaller than your average taco.
Smaller than your average taco. Okay.
Right. And then scrambled eggs and your meat of choice and cheese. And
meat on a waffle?
Yes,
See, I object.
Yes.
I already am off this. Go on.
Well, I know your sweet and savory thing. I know you can't.
I was gonna talk about. Is it too weird to talk about that? I've talked about this before.
You were welcome to talk about it. But
give me just a second. Hi. Yeah. We'll come over to camera 2 for this because I feel like we need to get up close and personal.
Yeah.
I have a rule when it comes to food. It's not. I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested, as Sheldon Cooper often says in The Big Bang Theory. My rule is this. I don't like sweet and salty flavors in my mouth at the same time. I don't know why that's so freaking hilarious, but it's...
I just imagine dating a guy named Candy. Like, I can't. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
SaraBelle.
I just went there. I'm sorry.
Well, you're really taking this. I can do it. I can talk about any topic at all on the internet to a whole new level, aren't you?
I
appreciate that. No, that's very nice.
That's where my mind went. I'm sorry because
Anyway.
Sorry.
Sweet and salty in my mouth at the same time. What it means for real is at Thanksgiving, the cranberry sauce cannot touch the potatoes.
Right.
Or the stuffing. At breakfast, the syrup cannot touch the bacon or the eggs. Mm-hmm. The sweet and the salty need to stay separate. Now, everybody's combining this shit all the time now.
Right,
Salted caramel. Manny in The Modern Family does salted chocolate milk. And apparently it really brings out the flavor. Yeah, I know. It's startling to me, and it really does not sound good. And I will admit to you, I haven't tried salted chocolate milk, but I just feel like...
That I can't get behind. Voodoo Donuts Bacon Maple Bar, however...
I've heard of that. There was a truck in San Francisco. I worked in San Francisco for almost 8 years.
Almost, yeah.
Right there in downtown San Francisco. And near us, right there south of Market in San Francisco, was a food truck, but it also had a brick and mortar location, like a physical place also besides the food truck. But it was called Bacon Bacon.
Oh, okay.
All bacon things. Now, it had maple bacon, specialty cooked bacon, bacon bouquet, they called it, which was like a little thing of 6 pieces of bacon fanned out in a bouquet. They had bacon grilled cheese, which was like grilled cheese with strips of bacon and bacon bits on top of it. Right. Like it was just bacon. But then they also had chocolate dipped bacon.
Right.
And they had various other desserts that have some kind of bacon and chocolate or maple sweetness in there. And I don't like how that tastes.
Right.
And I talked about it on the radio one time, and I actually told my old coworker Gil Gross that I feel like it came from a childhood medicine experience. Some kind of medicine I had to take when I was a child.
Probably
because
was
when
horrible.
I was eating a salted caramel Ghirardelli chocolate, it started giving me flashbacks. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, I had visions of that instrument you use to give kids medicine. It's a test tube with a spoon on the end. Right?
Yes.
You know this test tube with a spoon on the end thing?
And you can,
you can kind of measure out the medicine and then spoon it right to the kid's gullet or whatever.
Like,
and I had visions of that, and I remember, sort of going, oh, this really tastes terrible, this chocolate from Ghirardelli. It was in San Francisco when this happened to me, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like sweet and salty things together, and they seem to be... Everybody wishes I wouldn't do it. Now, you tell anybody a rule like that you have...
Oh, they immediately try to break it.
They start listing shit that maybe they hope... Don't you eat kettle corn?
Right.
Well, don't you eat this? Well, don't you eat that?
Trail mixing,
No, don't! Leave me alone! It's just really awful, and it's not like, it's not an allergy. No. I can't say I'm allergic to anything.
No.
If you have a medical excuse...
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. I totally agree. I remember...
Again, I had a little rant. I get crazy with this stuff, so forgive me.
Another Five and Diner, where we were sitting around something...
Tucson, Arizona.
And it was... Someone had gotten a chocolate shake, and they had a French fry, and they dipped the French fry in...
No.
Yeah. And you did that... And they were like, no, try it.
Try it.
Your diatribe of,
And the other thing is, just about every fast food place, and we'll talk about this at some point, because that's the whole point of this podcast, but every fast food place either has or has had a kind of bacon ice cream hybrid product.
Right.
Whether it's a bacon sundae, ice cream sundae, or a bacon milkshake, which some places had. Bacon sundae somebody had. It was like, all these different bacon ice cream products.
Jumping on the bacon ice cream bacon sweet wagon. Now,
yeah, I don't like that.
The Voodoo Donuts bacon maple bar really does.
Is that the only thing they do, or is there a whole bunch of different things?
That's the only bacon thing that Voodoo does, but it very much is like a piece of French toast with bacon.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing I was going to say was Dunkin' Donuts breakfast food now has what, a hamburger on a donut?
Oh.
I think it's a breakfast thing, but it's like meat, sausage or something burger. And it's not on a bun; it's on a donut. Yeah.
Well, and see,
that crosses my line, my sweet and salty rule. I'm like, I just hear that buzzer from the Family Feud. You know, it's really, really awful.
Right.
I don't like it at all.
No. The Taco Bell though, the Taco Bell waffle taco, because the waffle is not really sweet. It really is more of a Bisquick, and you know how Bisquick kind of, unless you add some sugar to it, is not sweet.
Yeah.
So it's more bready or more doughy than sweet.
I do know.
It really kind of is okay.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so I'm not asking you to try it. You don't have to try it.
Yeah, well, I mean, anytime anybody comes out with a new, you know, a kettle corn flavored Pringle, or some kind of new, you know, salted peanut chocolate bar, or, you know, some kind of like chocolate potato chips or some bullshit. It's like, Jesus, no! And why do you keep bringing it to, why does it give you pleasure to see me grossed out and like, oh my God, dry heaving into wax paper and things like that? I just don't understand why it's funny for people to, you know, make fun of me in that way. It's not fair.
I would never make fun of you. I just, you know.
I know. Test markets, Columbus, Ohio. I've seen California before, where a Taco Bell had the outrageous idea of wrapping a taco in a Dorito shell, the Doritos Loco Taco, a Taco Bell.
Right.
They tried it out first in Bakersfield, California, because it has diverse economic and racial demographics, and a tendency people there have a tendency to overindulge in fast food when compared to the rest of the country. And if you've ever had the Doritos Locos Taco at Taco Bell, it's pretty... What do you think of it?
I have...
Have you had it?
I have had it, and I did not like how flimsy the shell was. However,
Interesting criticism. I like it. Go on.
They now have the cheesy gordita crunch with the Dorito as the crunch.
Oh, with the Dorito on the inside?
And now you can actually eat it without it falling apart, because they used to have like that little paper sleeve.
They keep reinventing the wheel at Taco Bell.
I know, they had, because when you originally got the Dorito taco, it was in the sleeve.
Yes,
because you had to have the sleeve, because it would just...
I did not know they were doing that with the, what is it called? The cheesy gordita crunch?
Cheesy gordita crunch, but with the Doritos Locos. Right. And you know that there is
I can already tell this podcast, which by the way we don't have a name, is going to have like a fast food thing of the week or something, and that's already this week's thing of the week. Is what's it? The cheesy gordita crunch.
Gordita crunch with the Doritos Locos.
The Doritos Locos taco in the middle. Oh my God! Yeah. Wow, now we're talking. Well, this is fast food territory. You will not hear this on the Food Network, folks.
The Food Network wouldn't even acknowledge.
No,
they would not acknowledge. No, but so that is a thing, and actually, I had one, and it was delicious. They got it wrong, but it was delicious.
What did they get wrong?
I ordered the Cool Ranch taco instead of
I got the
nacho one.
Nacho cheese. But I gotta say, I like the nacho cheese better than the Cool Ranch. I've often felt that when I've had the Cool Ranch, I kind of can't really taste it.
Well, and see, here's the thing: I get the Cool Ranch with chicken instead of beef.
Maybe that changes it. I've never had
it actually kind of does, because the chicken does not have an overwhelming
I do
flavor.
Like those tacos, though.
Yeah. They're delicious.
Yeah, so interesting that they tested that. Where else can we find that are test markets here? Have you seen any on your searches?
I haven't seen any more on my searches, but I think they try to keep that on the down low.
If you happen to watch us,
that you're a test market.
If you know that you're in a test market and you've had something really weird, like some kind of pizza at Taco Bell that's not Mexican. I guess they have Mexican pizza at Taco Bell. You know, pizza at McDonald's, which they've tried before. They've tried
did not,
and in fact, that's what we're going to talk about after this break.
The failed products.
Like, yes, and hoaxes.
Pepsi Clear and the hoaxes.
Pepsi Clear, other Pepsi products Clear. That we sort of wish were still around had gone a little further than they did. Yeah. And then hoaxes, like the finger found in the Wendy's chili, and there's worms in the burgers in McDonald's, and all this other stuff. We're going to talk about hoaxes coming up. Okay. We're going to stop here really fast. Say your name.
My name.
Your name. Waka Waka.
SaraBelle.
Everybody's got to be a comedian.
I know. It's horrible.
She's SaraBelle. I'm Sebastian. We're talking about fast food more after this.